in MVC. So yesterday we just discussed MVC is a design pattern which is used to create an independent programming. So tester will parallelly testing the application and developers can do the project not only in one technology, we can do the programming in multiple technologies. So just to overall conclusion for lightweight programming, we can do it in MVC. Okay. Now what we have to do by using MVC. Yesterday we just discussed ASP.NET with the MVC and the other one is Razor View Engine with the MVC. Okay. So here same as ASP.NET, validations, master pages, and state management. What are the main important things? Like security. The same things again repeating here also, but only the difference is the way of interacting the pages will be different, and the way of programming also will be different. Okay. Button clicks will not going to appear over here because of there is no ASPX.cs page. ASPX will become and .cs file will come. If you want model also again .cs will come. So this is view page and this is controller pages and this is model pages. And if we want some look and feel functionality and all, and here shared folder, there master page should come. Master page or another we have seen web user controls. So master pages and web user controls will be there. So the way of interaction from the client to the server, how it is, yesterday we have observed that in normal ASP.NET, it will display first view page, ASPX page. From ASPX2, it is going to activating ASPX.cs coding, and from ASPX.cs coding to database. And the database will give the result back to again this page only. But here in MVC, it is somewhat different. Why? Because yesterday we just observed that controller execution will be starts from controller itself. One is a browser, sorry. And the other one is controller and whatever the model interaction and the view interaction. So this is browser. This is for controller. And this is for model. And this is for view. So now once the browser is, means we are making a request. So this is what we call it as client request. So once the client is making any request, so it is going to process to controller. So what the controller has? Methods. That methods here we can call the terminology actions, because action result is a keyword which is used to specify what type of action the user is needed. So action is nothing but here methods. Okay. So this controller has methods only. And now what the model contains? Model contains class files. So now here business access layer or business layer, data access layer, and then database. So the interaction, all the property procedures get set, and methods for database related connection commands and it is going to interacting with the DB. Now the communication from controller to model. Now the communication from controller to view only. So it is taking the data from the view and it will be passed to view. And it is taking the data from the view and it will be sent to controller. Two-way communication. Okay, this is. So now whenever we are requested any of the data over here, say product number or product name, anything, just we can have a submit button. Simply I am saying as PNO, product number. Submit. So whenever the user is make any request, first it will be go to controller. So from here to here. Because execution will be starts from controller itself. Now what it is doing, whatever the page they are designed, so we are requested from the browser. This is what we called as requesting from the design part to browser. This is only in a view page it is available. So first it is going to request to from the browser to controller. Now the controller is going to send that request to model. Model is giving any response back to controller. Now the controller will be submitting to view. Okay, so this is a thing will be happens in MVC. In ASP.NET, everything is under the control of view only. It will go and take the object to the class of one file, maybe business access layer, and again it will be take the object of this model class, call the method, and again it will be redirected to designing page itself. But now here is the main role of MVC application is controller. Okay, so here we have to remember, already we know MVC is a common framework. This framework will be have different names. Common framework, and depends on the technologies. Like if it is in .NET, we just call it as ASP.NET MVC, or the another one is Razor MVC. The programming is small changes, not much changes. Remaining controller part, model part is everything is same. Only thing is view is changed. control C is in ASP.NET. Here the design is in HTML5 only. And here we can use less than percentile symbols for binding. Here @ symbol is used for binding. Okay, that we will see. So in you just use the terms as struts. Already you know that name. And if it is in a PHP, take PHP. Just they are using different names for ASP.NET with MVC. The same MVC pattern for other technologies, we can call it as like this. Okay, and another one more famous language for Linux, Ruby on Rails. So all these things will be comes under MVC design pattern only. So now what are the things we need to be covering MVC? The same before going to MVC, you should be see a couple of things in W3 schools. Already I told you before ASP.NET, you want to design any page, you need to have some tags knowledge. So that HTML and CSS you use. Okay, just for table tag, paragraph tag, and some font and some colors we can apply. The same thing for especially this razor view purpose, we can use HTML5. Razor view. So you need to have HTML5 styles CSS. And what are the things will be there in MVC? Introduction is common. Main like a real-time scenario purpose I'll explain. So first one is the introduction part, and the second one is we have to be work with the controllers. They hear action results, how the request will come, how it is navigating to view page and all, and work with the views.